Fire doesn't ask permission. It spreads. It consumes. It leaves nothing behind. Embody Mora's hand. Become the blaze that follows in Fenn Jotar's wake. Fenn Jotar did not conquer through patience. He carved his will into the battlefield through destruction. He didn't hold back, and neither should you. Hello, my fellow Stardust. I'm Crips, and welcome to the Cosmos. When you step into this build, you don't wait for the fight to play out. You force it. You ignite targets, chain explosions through entire groups, and whenever something tries to push back, it gets met with even more fire. With this loadout, you can walk straight into the Cogah and start cutting through everything almost immediately. A couple clean swings, a few well-placed Arconics, and entire groups fall apart before they even stabilize. Before we go further, let's break down exactly what's happening inside this build. First, Ignis Wrath. You strike the ground and send out trails of flame in every direction, damaging, staggering, and igniting everything caught inside it. This is your opener. It sets the battlefield on fire and gives everything else something to build on. Up next, Ember. This is where the build starts to push back. When enemies hit you, it triggers a blast around you, punishing anything that gets too close. It lets you stay aggressive, even when you're under pressure. Then, Inferno. This is your execution tool. A direct fire attack that hits harder against enemies that are already burning. Once everything is ignited, this is a nice big fireball to throw at a target. When we put it all together, we're not just using Arconics, we're cycling them. Ignis Wrath sets the field. Ember punishes aggression. Inferno does a big chunk to whatever's left. It's not just fire. This is incineration. To enhance and drive our Inferno forward, we fully commit to courage. Hungry Flame is maxed out. This is where our pressure starts. Mora's Pride and Iridis's Favor are both brought to rank 3, giving us exactly what we need to scale damage effectively. From there, we check our attunement, and anything we're missing, we solve with a Talisman. Most of the time, we'll be running Molten Mora to push our courage even higher. And once we get a little familiar with the Cogah Lorcan becomes a strong upgrade, making these encounters even easier to push through. Now, let's look at our weapons. Marrow's Bane is the core of this build. Fully courage aligned, and it scales perfectly with everything we're attuned to. Powerful, consistent, every swing contributes to pressure. Preludes supports the engine. It keeps your smite uptime high, and your Arconics flowing consistently. Now, for our armor, the Mendicant King set is a perfect fit for our build. It offers exactly what we need to support our courage-focused attunement. We farm it from the Mendicant King in Stroake, which also gives us a chance at picking up Everflame, one of our key runes for this setup. Once we have all these pieces, this is where the build comes together. Let's vaporize some bosses. The Cogah is where this build proves itself. Enemies hit harder, scale faster, and give you less room to recover. But this build doesn't play by those rules. You don't outlast the Cogah, you bypass it by ending fights before they escalate. Just watch out for archers. Let Ignis Roth handle everything up close and remove those ranged targets immediately. Now, this is what works best for my playstyle, but if you find yourself struggling in certain areas, whether it's survivability, pacing, or damage, don't be afraid to make adjustments. Dial things in until you're attuned to your build just as well as your gear is. Fenn Jotar didn't fight to survive. He fought to dominate, to overwhelm, to leave nothing behind. Mora's hand carries that same philosophy. If you hesitate, the build falls apart. But if you commit, you don't just clear content, you burn through it. Alright, Envoys, I'm headed back to the stars. I'll see you in the next one.